This is your opportunity. This is what you've been waiting for. Are we in a recession? Hi, my name is Adam. Thanks so much for coming back and watching my videos. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please feel free to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy this content. And if you haven't taken me up on my offer already, feel free to click the link down below, which will connect you right to my calendar if you have any questions regarding real estate, or if you'd like to simply just email me at adam@visionrealestate.ca. I will answer any question you have with a personalized video and send it to you within 24 hours. So the big question on everyone's mind is, are we in a recession? And the simple answer is probably, but they just haven't really said it out loud yet. And why is that? What exactly is a recession? Well, the actual definition of a recession is just the overall decline in an economy for 2 consecutive quarters. The problem is we only know retroactively after the fact that we've recorded 2 consecutive quarters. So the realistic possibility that we're currently in a recession right now is probably pretty high. My concern really with that is just, how's this gonna affect the Canadian housing market and what can we expect? The simple reality that everybody understands right now is that inflation is kicked into high gear and we really need to stifle that with higher interest rates. The problem is, as you continue to increase interest rates so aggressively, you slow the economy right down. So we all know the S&P 500, along with almost every single stock out there, is down significantly, and that unemployment is actually starting to rise. As companies stop being as productive as they once were and not creating as much sales volume as they used to, they start laying people off. And we can already see that happening starting with tech companies, which are already doing this quite aggressively. We're most likely heading into a stage of stagflation. This is going to impact our economy and the housing market as well. Now, the timing in this video is actually pretty good because we just got the June stats from the Toronto Real Estate Board, and it's looking pretty grim, but we kind of already knew that was gonna happen. Let's start with sales volume. Sales volume is down over 41%. Now that might sound familiar to you because it is. I've been saying that same number for the past 2 months now. That's the year over year number. Month over month, sales volume is down 4.7%. Now we all know those are massive numbers and we're definitely concerned about that because, again, our market is just frozen. Nothing's really happening. So what is that doing to overall price? As expected, when sales volume drops, price has to come down. So month over month, we're down another 3%. Since February, this puts us in the 15 to 20% range, depending on the area you're in. And I do want to point out that the closer you are to the downtown core, the less affected you are. The big number that I really want to point out today, especially in this video, is days on market, which is up massively year over year. The amount of time that it takes to sell a property is up 41% year over year, and it's up 15% month over month. These are really, really big changes. Now, like I pointed out just a few minutes ago, we know that this has a lot to do with interest rates going up and our economy slowing down. One date I do think we should all be keeping an eye out for is July 13th, where we are going to see another Bank of Canada interest rate announcement, and they will likely be hiking 0.75%. This is a massive rate hike and probably one of the biggest rate hikes that we've seen in decades. And it's having one other effect on our market, which is rental prices are simply just booming. A lot of people who could afford a house before with lower interest rates are now being forced back into the rental market, and it is causing a ton of demand to flow back into the rental market, and we simply just don't have enough supply for those people. So the average 1-bedroom apartment rent price is up 18% year over year in Toronto. We also have significantly less inventory of rental apartments. We have 23% less rentals right now on the market compared to this time last year. And for the month of June, we have way less new listings coming to the market for rentals compared to last year. We have 42% less rentals that have hit the market compared to 2021. I always prefer to be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right, but these stats are pretty staggering. So if you're looking to buy something right now or just take advantage of low pricing, it's a great time to do it, but only if you have a rate hold. You've gotta have that rate hold. If you haven't been watching any of my videos leading up to this point, I have been really hammering this point home for the last little while. You've got to speak to a mortgage broker and get a rate hold before rates continue to increase aggressively. Overall, I do think we're still going to see the same kind of thing where we have a frozen market for the rest of the summer. And I do think that we are going to see volumes pick up again in the fall, but it's going to be in a completely different environment than what we're in right now, because right now our market is completely on ice. There is way too much instability and way too little predictability in this market for anybody to be taking a move very seriously. And frankly, I think that that's pretty reasonable. Just looking at the numbers, we're most likely heading into a stage of stagflation, which is basically when inflation is high and then unemployment rises as well at the same time. It's not a great situation to be in economically, and we're just gonna have to do our best to weather the storm. Having said that, if you do have capital right now for a down payment and you've been waiting for prices to drop and markets to soften, this is your opportunity. This is what you've been waiting for. So don't let a good disaster go to waste and let this opportunity pass you by. Just make sure that you're doing it with a rate hold so that you can get today's rate at tomorrow's prices. Anyways, I hope that helped. If you have any questions, feel free to just post in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Take care.